Hey folks, Outlaw Shaver here, and today um, been out at the farm picking cucumbers and okra. And I don't know if y'all know anything about okra, but it has a tendency to sting and irritate. You might even be able to see a little bit of it in my face and get to where you're brushing up against it and it starts feeling a little bit like nettles. Anyway, today's shave is going to be with a Merkur 23c, and in it I have loaded a Voskhod blade. And this is the very first time I'm going to be using this, a Voskhod I should say. Uh, it is actually even the only one that I've got. And I got it with a purchase of something else, and I've been saving it, just kind of a little bit afraid to try it, and who knows, I may like it and think that I got to buy a pack of 100 of them. Never know. It may not be for me, but anyway, we're going to try it out. So how's everybody doing? I know I'm kind of tired. My tired is hanging out. So if you all hear a knock at the door after a while, that'd be my butt dragging home. And before we get started, I just kind of wanted to give a mention to or about a person who has become a very good friend, and his name is Stephen Keir. And through this process of determining different things about my soap making venture, he has given me quite a lot of good input to anything from soap texture to size of package to the type of packaging, and been bouncing a lot of things off of him, and he steered me in pretty good direction. He's a real neat guy, very meticulous, very serious about his hobby of shaving, and he's got quite a few soaps on hand, I've noticed, and he should know what he's talking about. Stephen has got a YouTube channel called Suffolk Shaver, and he's also got a Facebook channel for shaving enthusiasts by the same name, Suffolk Shaver. And I'll post some links to his both his YouTube and his Facebook account so that you can join in or sign up and like and subscribe to his channel as well. Very neat, very interesting, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Speaking of that, with the packaging and such and the soaps, I have kind of decided that on a type of packaging, it seemed at first I had thought about doing heart pucks, but I believe that the crops seem to be a little more popular, a little more convenient, quicker loading, and with that in mind, I needed something to put it in. After a lot of thought about quantity, size, and everything, I have come up with something as cowboy as I could possibly think of, and that would be a snuff can. And by the way, this is the logo, and this particular soap batch that I made is called Black Bart, which is scents of black licorice and cedarwood. I don't know if you know who Black Bart was, but he was a Brit born in Norfolk, I believe around 1828. He came to the United States. He was a poet, writer, and also stagecoach robber. He ended up robbing Wells Fargo stagecoaches, and leaving behind his poetry for the law to read when they finally caught up with the scene of the crime. Anyway, that's a little history on Black Bart. But a little play on words with Black Bart, you know, with the black licorice and cedarwood. So anyway, there you have it. Inside, I have done a little test or sample of the product and how it would look. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I've got a, let's see, it's that copy of a Ever Ready C40, like I sent to Mark. This is a Burma shave brush, that red and cream with a boar bristle. It's a neat little brush. It doesn't load up a whole lot, and it's a little bit aggressive on me right now still, but we'll get started with it. Anyway, this is just about the right size for a small brush. But I guess the reason that I decided on this type of packaging was it overcomes a lot of issues with price point and with, for one thing, convenience. I know that if you think that you might want to take it with you on a carry-on on an airplane, you know, it still kind of hits the under the weight of what they're looking for to try to eliminate from your bags. You know, a lot of things that if you get it over 3 ounces, they want to try to take it away from you. So at least with this, you could take it with you on a carry-on and not have any problems with that. Another reason that I have decided to go with that size is, you know, when people are trying out new soaps, it doesn't seem like that some of the price points that we're seeing are very congenial to actually dropping a buck and trying it out. And, you know, some people just can't justify putting out $18, $20 for a can or a tub of soap. Whereas, since it costs money and to make soap and sweat and tears and it's worth every penny, you know, what people are asking for it. But I tried to think of a way to hit a market that might be just a tad bit more affordable, you know, when somebody wants to just try something out. Well, I better shut up and get started here, so. Now, I don't know if you all like black licorice, or, well, I should say anise. That is pretty much what most black licorice is actually made from anymore. Very rare that you actually get licorice that's made from licorice root. But it is so similar that they've used anise most of the time, and that's what I use here. It would be almost impossible to afford an essential oil from licorice. I might add just a tiny bit more water. As you can see, I really didn't spend a whole lot of time loading up out of the puck or out of the snuff can, but I get quite a bit of lather. This soap seems to really like water well. I like this scent. But like my mother, you know, there's there's people that just do not like the taste or smell of anise or black licorice or fennel or anything that kind of resembles that. So to each their own. For those of you that do, you ought to try it out. kind of going a little careful here with a new blade. One thing about the 23C though is that it is pretty mild, like the 37 or the 34C. And when I'm trying out new blades, I like this or the 34C. At least I know I'm not going to butcher myself before I actually get to see what the blade performs like. It's not too bad. It's got a decent sharpness, no pull to it. Just cutting right through it. Able to do long, easy strokes. Nice blade. Very comfortable. Well, it looks like I'm going to be buying 100 pack of those or something. If I end up running over a speed bump here and getting a bleeder, it is certainly not going to be the Raider's fault or the blade. Like I say, I've got a few rash bumps on my face for all the okra that's been hitting me in the face today while I was picking. Okay, let's go ahead and lather up again. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's got a good sound to it cutting through that hair. No hang up, no fake noise, just the sound of hair popping. I like it very well. Very similar to the Astra SP and how it performs. Well, let's see if we can go a third time on this. Being such a small brush. Get just a little water. And a little more. Yeah, I think I will load up a little bit more. A couple rubs on it here. I really wanted to see how much leather I could get out of this little brush with just about 10 seconds of load up time originally, but only takes a second to dip in again, I guess. All right, and I think I'm done. That felt pretty good. Now I can understand why Mark really likes those Voskhod. Very nice blade. Let's put on a little bit of Aqua Velva Ice Blue. All right, now y'all give me some feedback. Let me know what you think of this snuff can packaging. Maybe I'm all wrong, but to me it seems like it fits very well, and it would actually put the soap in a price point that people could afford to try it out rather easily. So give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. And thank you for joining me. Subscribe if you would. And we'll have some more new recipes, new releases. And have a good evening. Thanks.